Hi, Kristy here from My Solar Quotes. For over 12 years, I've helped more than 34,000 Kiwis find the best solar quotes from top installers. My mission is to help people strike the perfect balance between quality, price and outstanding service when choosing a solar company. With solar and battery tech always advancing, the advice on going solar is constantly shifting. That's why I've pulled together the latest info you'll need when buying a solar power system. In this video, I'll cover everything from choosing the right number of solar panels for your home to deciding if batteries are worth it and picking a reliable solar installer. Plus, I'll break down the costs so you know exactly what to expect when investing in solar. But firstly, why go solar? With solar panels and batteries now more affordable than ever and electricity prices skyrocketing, we've hit a tipping point. Going solar can save you hundreds, even thousands in your first year alone. Plus, you'll lock in your electricity costs and shield yourself from rising energy prices for decades. Solar power offers many more benefits. It helps reduce carbon emissions, and when combined with batteries, ensures your home stays powered during outages. With these benefits in mind, let's get stuck into the nuts and bolts. So which type of solar power system should you choose? When it comes to residential solar, there are three main types, each with their own unique benefits. The most straightforward system is a GRI Connect solar power system, the most budget-friendly option with just solar panels, no batteries. It's connected to the grid, so if the system isn't producing enough solar power for the home's energy demand, no worries, you can just draw power from the grid. And if you're generating too much solar power, all good again because you just export that power to the grid in exchange for credits from your electricity retailer. And of course, it's great for reducing your power bills significantly. But keep in mind, it won't power your home during an outage. The next step up is a GRI Connect solar and battery system. This setup adds a battery to store excess solar energy for nighttime use, reducing your power bills even more. It also provides backup when the grid is down. Batteries do come at an extra cost, so stay tuned for pricing details later in the video. And lastly is an OffGrid system. This is a powerhouse option, ideal for those living in rural areas, where connecting to the grid can be pricey. If you're looking at a bill of more than $30,000 just for connecting to the grid, then these systems are worth looking into. Off-grid systems are designed to be capable of powering an entire home even through the harsh winters, offering full power independence. However, they cost at least 3 times more than a GRI Connect system. For this reason, off-grid systems are definitely not recommended for homes that are already connected to the grid. So, how many solar panels do you need? If you're staying connected to the grid, you can install as many solar panels as your budget and your roof allows. It's your call. The average solar setup in New Zealand is currently 5 kilowatts, which translates to 12 solar panels that are 420 watts each. But if you're going big with batteries, many are opting for an 8 to 10 kilowatt system, which is roughly 19 to 24 panels. For a worthwhile setup, you probably don't want to go smaller than a 2.5 kilowatt system, which is about 6 panels. For those who are budget conscious, I often recommend going with a 3 kilowatt system now to get a head start on making savings on power bills. And when you can afford it, add panels when the bank allows. Make sure you tell your solar installer that you want an expandable system, giving you more flexibility in the future to go bigger. In many areas of New Zealand, the maximum inverter size that you can connect to the grid is 10 kilowatts. If you're restricted to a 10 kilowatt inverter, you can oversize a solar panel array, and in some cases going up to 15 kilowatts of solar panels with a 10 kilowatt inverter. But hey, don't sweat figuring out the exact number of panels you need right now. With My Solar Quotes, you can start requesting quotes without knowing the system size. Just hit that option that says, suggest the best system size for me, and let the pros work their magic. They'll crunch the numbers and suggest the perfect setup for your roof, your budget, and the best bang for your buck. So what solar gear should you choose? Before jumping in, start by getting quotes from 3 reputable solar companies. These pros have their go-to brands, so let them guide you. You don't want to pick a brand only to find out it's not what the experts recommend. For peace of mind, check out the links below for the best solar panels, inverters and batteries in New Zealand. If the gear you're eyeing up isn't listed, shoot me an email for advice. Here's a few more tips when it comes to selecting gear. Watch out for dirt cheap panels from no-name brands or sketchy dealers. They might seem like a bargain, but they can crack or wear out quickly. You want panels that last 25 years or more, so it's worth investing in quality. Once you're looking at high-quality Tier 1 rated panels, the differences are often minor. Some might be a little bit more efficient or slightly smaller. That's why it's best to pick your solar installer first and trust the brands they recommend. A solar inverter is the brains of the system, converting the DC electricity generated by the solar panels into AC electricity that can be used in the home. Inverters can wear out faster than solar panels, so splurge on a high-quality model if you can. Here are the different types to consider. String inverters. These are cost-effective and commonly used in residential systems, connecting to a series of panels. These types of inverters can be connected to a battery at a later stage, but the battery options are limited. Hybrid inverters. If you're thinking about adding batteries now or later, these are your go-to. They handle both energy conversion and storage with ease. Microinverters. These little guys sit under each solar panel, converting DC to AC at the panel level. They're great for minimizing shading issues and cutting down on DC cabling, making your setup safer and more efficient. For these reasons, microinverters are more expensive. Next up, batteries. Are they worth it? Absolutely. If you've got some cash to invest, batteries are a total game changer. Why? Because power outages are happening more often, and being prepared can make all the difference. In the middle of a storm, stored energy gives you peace of mind. With battery backup, you can keep your fridge running, watch the news, charge your phone, and power essential appliances. But batteries aren't just for emergencies. They're working for you every day. They store your extra solar energy so you can use it whenever you need, like at night. Instead of selling your extra solar power to the grid, you get to keep it, which means bigger savings on your power bills. So how do you find a solid solar company? First, make sure any solar company you choose is a SEANZ member. SEANZ is a gold standard for solar installers. They do serious background checks, and if a member doesn't meet their code of conduct, they're out. So look for the SEANZ logo on the solar company's website or written proposal. At My Solar Quotes, we only refer you to SEANZ-approved solar companies when requesting your 3 free quotes. We make it super easy. Just fill out the online form and we'll match you with 3 reliable solar companies in your area that can install the system you need. Alright, let's talk numbers. Pricing a solar power system depends on a lot of factors, which is why I offer quote service, because everyone's costs will be different. But I like giving people a ballpark figure up front, so you're not shocked after talking to several solar companies, getting a solar assessor out to the house only to be blindsided by the final price. The final cost will factor in things like your roof type, the number of stories in your home, and whether you need switchboard or electrical upgrades, for example. So while this price guide is rough, it's a solid starting point. On the small end of the scale, a 3 kilowatt system will cost you around $9,000 fully installed, including GST. Bump that up to a 5 kilowatt system and you're looking at about $12,000. For a 10 kilowatt system, which is often paired with a battery, the cost is around $22,000 without the battery. Now let's break down the cost of batteries separately. Adding a 5 kilowatt hour battery will set you back around $10,000 installed, which is a pretty small battery, good for running a few essentials during an outage. If you want to keep your average sized New Zealand home running like normal during a power outage, you'll need at least 12 kilowatt hours of storage, which will cost around $16,000 fully installed. Heads up, if you're watching this a year from now, these prices might be way off, so hit the links below for the latest New Zealand price guide. For all things solar, check out my website. Got a question? Drop it in the comments below. And if this video helped you out, don't forget to like and subscribe.